Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are great. I'm back with a new video. In this class, we are going to study about torque acting on current loop or magnetic dipole. Before going to see this topic, as usual, we will recall the previous one because that is the best way to connect you all with this topic. In previous class, we studied about force between two parallel current carrying wire. Okay, we have two wires which are parallel with each other. Then what is the force acting on wire 1 due to 2 due to the magnetic field of second wire, or force acting on wire 2 due to 1? So what is the formula? Force per unit length equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2 I1 I2 divided by 2, right? In that topic we studied about 1 ampere. So 1 ampere means the current flowing through the wire is 1 ampere. Okay, I1 equal to I2 equal to 1 ampere, and the distance between the two wire is equal to 1 meter. Then force per unit length will be equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 Newton per meter. Okay, kindly note it down, 2 into 10 power minus 7. Please check the value whether we wrote 2 into 10 power minus 7 or 4 into 10 power minus 7. I have some doubts. The actual value is 2 into 10 power minus 7. Okay, so then we solved some numericals based on the parallel current, and then we moved to magnetic dipole moment. What is magnetic dipole moment? So very similar to electric dipole moment, two charges have same magnitude, opposite in direction, forms a dipole. Okay, so what is the formula for magnetic dipole moment? M equal to Ia, right? So it always starts with south to north. The direction of magnetic field lines start with south to north. Okay, so what is the direction of magnetic dipole moment? If the current is flowing in the loop in clockwise direction, then the upper half of the loop or upper part of the loop behave as a south pole, lower part of the loop behave as a north pole. If the current is flowing in anti-clockwise direction in a loop, then upper half of the loop behave as a north pole, whereas lower half of the loop behave as a south pole. Okay, so from this observation we came to one conclusion, that is a current carrying loop behave as a magnet, right? Then we studied about magnetic dipole moment of revolving electron. In that topic we studied one important terms, that is Bohr magneton. What is the value of Bohr magneton? 9.27 into 10 power minus 24 ampere meter square, right? That is M by L ratio. Then we move to how a current carrying wire behave as a magnet, and we found the magnetic field equation for axial line. Okay, what is that equation? B equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2m by x cube. Okay, so this topic, torque acting on current loop. What is mean by torque? We already studied this topic in 11th standard, so I will recall you. Torque means rotational force. Okay, a force which rotates an object is known as torque. Usually we give some force, because of that force an object move linearly, either it move in x-axis, y-axis or z-axis, whatever. But in this case we give some force in such a way that the object starts to rotate because of that force. That force is known as torque. Okay, for example, so we have an object, we give some two equal forces. Okay, we say it as couple means force acting on object in two different part of the object, or we can say non-collinear forces. Non-collinear forces means one force acting on here, okay, one force acting here, another force acting here. Okay, so these are two different line. Okay, if you see it in y-axis, this is one y-axis and this is another y-axis. Okay, these two are acting in two different line. So these kinds of forces are known as non-collinear force. If force act like this, then what will happen to this pencil? This force push the pencil downwards, right? So it will move like this, and this force push the pencil in upwards. Okay, so this pencil tends to rotate like this, right? So if non-collinear force act on the object, that object will tends to rotate. Okay, so we say it as couple. Okay, the force act on couple. Couple means the force act on two different parts of the body. Okay, two different axes or two different line of action of the body, then the body will start to rotate, right? These kinds of principle we used in DC motor or DC generator, AC generator, like that, which you already studied in your 10th CBSE. Okay, so that rotational force will be equal as well as opposite. The force acting on one end, okay, the force acting on one end and the force acting on another end will be equal in magnitude but opposite in direction. Okay, this is in negative y-axis and this is in positive y-axis, right? So here comes to the topic. We have two magnet. Okay, we have two magnet, north pole and south pole. We know already magnetic field line starts from north pole, end with south pole. Okay, so here in between the magnet we have uniform magnetic field. Clear, uniform magnetic field. So inside this magnetic field we have one rectangular loop. The loop ABCD is in the shape of rectangle. Okay, in this rectangle we take the length of AD and BC as A. Okay, so this length is A and this is A. Similarly, the length of AB and CD is taken as B. Okay, so current is flowing in this loop from A to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. So we connect this loop by using a bush ring, which we studied in next chapter about AC generator and DC motor. Okay, so we will study about in electromagnetic induction, that topic we will study all this. So here we connect one bush ring and we connect it with a battery. This battery provide current. Okay, so we take AB or AD and BC equal to A length. Similarly, AB and CD equal to B length, which is nothing but length of the rectangle. Okay, so one length is A, another length is B. What will be the area of the rectangle? Simply we have to multiply with these two. Okay, A into B, that is the area of the rectangle. Okay, so here magnetic field is going in this direction. Our loop AB is in this direction. Okay, magnetic field is in this direction. So the side of AB perpendicular with the magnetic field. Can you imagine this? The side of AB, this is my AB in the loop, in the rectangle loop, and AB is perpendicular with the magnetic field. Magnetic field is going in this direction. Okay, it is perpendicular in this direction. Okay, then side of BC is parallel with the magnetic field. Can you imagine? So this is my direction of magnetic field. Okay, it is going in this direction and this is my BC. Okay, similarly CD perpendicular with the magnetic field, AD parallel with the magnetic field. Okay, so what is the force acting on arms AD and BC? Just imagine, what is the force? What is the formula for force? We can write force acting on arms AD and BC. Yeah, what is the force? I will adjust the light. Yeah, what is the force acting on AD and BC? What is the formula for force? We know F equal to IBL, right? Or IL cross B. Okay, B cross L. This is the formula for force. IL cross B, right? So F equal to I, what is length? Length of AD and BC is taken as small a. So length is A cross B. Okay. To remove the cross product, we use sin theta IAB sin. What is the angle? So angle between ADBC and magnetic field, both are in parallel. So we can take the angle is 0 or 180 degree. We can have both the angle. Why? If you take AD, here current is flowing from D to A. So D to A is anti-parallel with the magnetic field. Magnetic field is moving from this direction, okay, left to right. Our loop direction is right to left. So both are in anti-parallel direction. So here we can use 180 degree. If you take BC, okay, B to C, direction of loop, and current is also flowing from, magnetic field is also from left to right. So both are in same direction, then we can use 0 degree. So if you take either AD or BC, the angle will be equal to 0 and 180 degree respectively. Okay. So what is the value of sin 0 or sin 180? Is 0. So the force acting on arms AD and BC is 0. Why? Because the length vector is parallel or anti-parallel with the magnetic field. So we get 0, 180, sin 0 or 180 will be equal to 0. Okay. What is the force acting on AB or CD? Okay, if I take AB, what is the force acting on AB? How to find the direction of force? By using right hand palm rule. Okay. So forefinger in the direction of magnetic field, thumb finger in the direction of motion of charges, motion of current. Okay. Forefinger in the direction of magnetic field, thumb finger in the direction of current. Okay, current is flowing from A to B. So thumb finger in upwards. What's the direction of magnetic force? My palm shows in downwards, right? Palm shows in downwards. So I draw it here. This is our this side, okay? The BC side. I take this side as A. So the force is acting downwards. This force is F1. Clear? So for this, force on side AB, force on side AB. What's the formula? F equal to IL cross B. What is L? F equal to I. What is L? Side of AB. AB is taken as B. Okay. So B sin theta. What's the value of theta? As I said already, this is the direction of magnetic field lines. This is the direction of AB. So both are perpendicular with each other. It creates an angle of 90 degree. So I take F equal to IBB sin 90, which is equal to F equal to IBB. Okay. Then what is the force acting on CD? We have another side CD. What is the force acting on it? Similarly, use the same rule, right hand palm rule. So forefinger in the direction of magnetic field, thumb finger is in the direction of motion of charge. Okay. So I take it like this. Forefinger in the direction of magnetic field, thumb finger in the direction of motion of charge. So my palm shows upwards. Okay, palm shows upwards. So here force acting upwards F2. Clear? So if I take this total distance is A, and what is my area vector? This is my area. Area always perpendicular to our eyesight. Remember, area always perpendicular to our eyesight. So this is area. If this total distance is A, then I can take this half distance A by 2, another half distance A by 2. So here I get force on CD will be F equal to I L cross B. What is L? L is another side CD. So CD also B, right? I B B sin 90. Why? Because CD also create an angle of 90 degree with the magnetic field. So IBB. Here force is acting downwards. Here force acting upwards. Use your right hand palm rule. Clear? So what will be the value of torque? I can take this force is F1, this is F2. What will be the value of torque? So torque, here I get two torque. Okay, torque due to first force, torque due to second force. So I can take tau 1 plus tau 2. So what is tau or what is torque? Torque means force into perpendicular distance. Okay, force into perpendicular distance. So here this is our force and this is perpendicular distance. Okay, for force 1 or for torque 1. For torque 2, force into perpendicular distance. Okay, so this is perpendicular, right? 90 degree. And this is 90 degree. So perpendicular distance means the force acting and the distance to the center. Both create an angle of 90 degree. So this is tau 1 equal to force, that means F1 into A by 2, but this A by 2 is in negative x-axis, right? If you take this is origin, A by 2 is in negative x-axis and this A by 2 is in positive x-axis. So I can take force into perpendicular distance plus F2 into perpendicular distance. So in first case, force into perpendicular distance is in negative. Okay, if we take negative axis, then I get minus A by 2 plus, here we get force into plus A by 2. Okay, so if you consider the magnitude, then I consider magnitude only. Okay, we get force into A by 2 plus force into A by 2 if you consider magnitude only. Okay, so both are same. If you add these two, we get 2F1 A by 2. 2F1 A by 2. 2 get cancelled. What is F1? We already found the value of F1, IBB. So I can take IBB. F1 and F2 both are same, right? But both are in opposite direction. So if you take F1 or F2, both are same. So F1 is IBB into A. What is this A and B? Side of the rectangle. Okay, so A is one side, B is another side. So as I said already, AB is nothing but area of the rectangle. So area of the rectangle will taken as side into another side, right? So A into B, two adjacent side. If this is rectangle, then what is area? So this side and another side, two adjacent side. Okay, so this is our area. I can take IAB. Instead of AB, I take area. So IAB. I means current, A means area, and B means magnetic field. Okay. This is the formula for torque when the side AB and CD perpendicular to the magnetic field. This is the formula for torque. We can write this IA as magnetic dipole moment. Remember the formula for magnetic dipole moment? M equal to I into A, right? So I can take tau equal to MB. Clear? So move on to the next case. In the next case, our loop ABCD tilted at an angle theta with the magnetic field. So initially it is at like this. So if we take, this is our loop. Initially the loop is like this. Okay. So after certain time, the loop tilted with an angle theta. So this is magnetic field. This is our loop. It both create an angle of theta. So in that case, what will be our torque? In case 2, when area vector, area of the loop and magnetic field creates an angle theta with each other. For example, this is our magnetic field. Direction of magnetic field, and this is area. Okay, it create an angle theta with the magnetic field. So this is our magnetic field. Okay, this is our loop, rectangle loop. So what will be the area of the rectangle loop? As I said already, area is a vector quantity. Area always perpendicular to the I side. Okay, so this is our area, perpendicular. This is our area vector. Clear? Instead of taking this loop as horizontal, we take it as an angle theta. So what are the forces acting? Similarly, two forces acting. This is our F1 and this is F2. Okay. So I name this line PQ. Here what is our perpendicular distance? This PQ is the perpendicular distance. Okay. But we have distance from here to there. This is not perpendicular. So our perpendicular distance is, we have to connect these two lines. So this PQ is our perpendicular distance. Okay. So I take this total length as A. This total length is A. Then this half of the length is taken as A by 2. And this half is A by 2. Okay. This is our origin. Clear? If this angle is theta, then what will be this angle? This angle definitely will be equal to theta. Why? We have to remember one important rule. If this is our horizontal line, and the opposite angle must be equal to same. Okay. So if this is theta 1, this is theta 2, then theta 1 must be equal to theta 2. One important rule, one important basic. Okay. In a horizontal line, the opposite angle must be equal. If this is 30 degree, then this should be 30 degree, must be equal. Clear? So what is this angle? You see here we draw one line and this is perpendicular with it, our area vector. So this angle must be equal to 90 degree, right? Just remember, this is the line. This is our perpendicular area vector. So what will be this angle? This angle is 90 degree. It creates a right angle. So this angle is 90 degree, right? So here we draw one line. If this angle is theta, then what is this angle? The rest of the angle is taken as, total angle is 90. This is theta and this angle will be 90 minus theta, right? Just imagine, you will get it. Total angle is 90 degree and this angle is theta. Then the remaining angle will be 90 minus theta. Clear? So here we take, this angle is 90 degree because it created a right angle. Sorry, I made one small mistake. Here area create an angle of theta. Okay, area create an angle of theta with this horizontal line. So this is our theta. Okay, so this area vector create an angle theta with a magnetic field. So our horizontal line is magnetic field and this is our area. So angle between these two is theta. If these two is theta, then this will be 90 minus theta. Okay, this will be 90 minus theta. because this total angle is 90 degree. So I redraw it here. If this is our theta, okay, this total degree is 90 degree, then this one will be 90 minus theta. Okay, so here if this is 90 degree, then this angle will be 90 minus theta. This total angle is 90 degree, and this angle will be 90 minus theta. As I said already, opposite angle should be equal. Okay, so in this line, if this is 90 minus theta, then this is also 90 minus theta. Okay, then what will be this angle? How to find this angle? In a triangle, total angle will be equal to 180 degree. Okay, so in 180 degree, how many angle we get? In this total 180 degree, if we take this triangle P, we point this as R, or I take this is O, point O, this is R. So in triangle POR, we have the total value will be 180 degree. So in this 180 degree, we got already two angle, that is 90 degree plus 90 minus theta. Okay, so if we neglect 90 plus 90 minus theta from 180 degree, then we get the rest of the third angle. So 180 minus 90 plus 90, 180 minus theta. If you multiply minus with this equation, we get 180 minus 180 plus theta. So the third angle will be theta. Okay, 180 get cancelled, third angle will be theta. So in a triangle, we know already, in a triangle, okay, three angles, sum of all the three angles must be equal to 180 degree, right? So if this angle is A, this angle is B, then how to find this angle? How to find this X value? Simple, 180 minus A plus B, right? So if you substitute the value of A and B, then you will get the angle of X, right? So here we did the same value, same method. One angle is 90 degree because it is right angle. Another angle is 90 minus theta. Then how to find the third angle? Simply we have to add these two and neglect from 180 degree, then we get the third angle, right? So we get the third angle as theta. So this angle is theta. In triangle POR, okay, so use the value of sine theta, because we should know we have to find the value of perpendicular distance, that is PO. Here PO is perpendicular distance, right? So to find the perpendicular distance, we have to substitute the sine theta. I can take sine theta equal to opposite by hypotenuse. So this is our theta. In triangle POR, this is theta. What is opposite? Opposite is PO. What is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse RO, right? So sine theta, or from this equation find the value of PO, because PO is our perpendicular distance. So PO equal to RO into sine theta, right? What is RO? RO is nothing but the perpendicular distance, that is the loop distance A by 2. So I can write PO equal to A by 2 sine theta. Clear? So RO is A by 2. PO equal to A by 2 sine theta. Okay. So another O, here we name this as S. So OS must be equal to A by 2 sine theta, right? Because they have same value but in opposite direction. So PO is A by 2 sine theta. OS also will be equal to A by 2 sine theta. So we got two perpendicular distance and we got two force. Now we can able to find the torque value. So torque equal to, total torque equal to tau 1 plus tau 2. So force into perpendicular distance plus force 2 into perpendicular distance. So what is force 1? I can write IBL, right? So this distance small b into b, okay, IBL. Here our L is b, IBL, and perpendicular distance is PO, because we take PO as perpendicular distance. So what is the value of PO? A by 2 sine theta. For another force we get the same value, IBB A by 2 sine theta. Here our A by 2 sine theta is OS, okay, another perpendicular distance OS. So we got two term. I can write 2 IBB A by 2 sine theta, right? 2 get cancelled, then we get IBBA sine theta. What is AB here? AB is nothing but area of rectangle. So I can take IAB sine theta. Here I means current, A means area, B means magnetic field. Okay. So we can write it as, instead of IA, I take M, magnetic dipole moment. Okay. So MB sine theta. Right. So to remove the sine theta, I can take M cross B. So this is our final answer. Either I can take IAB sine theta or MB sine theta or M cross B. Here theta is the angle between magnetic dipole moment and magnetic field. Clear? So this is the equation when the area or the loop inclined at an angle theta with the magnetic field. Clear? In NCERT book, exercise number 4.9, a square of coil 10 cm consists of 20 turns. So if it is given 20 turns, then we have to multiply the equation with n, number of turns. Okay. Carries current of 12 ampere. The coil suspended vertically and normal to the plane of the coil makes an angle 30 degree with a direction of uniform horizontal magnetic field of 0.8 Tesla. What is the magnitude of torque? So I wrote all the given value. Okay, I wrote all the given value. Just you have to write the torque formula and substitute all the value. You will get the final answer. Okay, post the answer in group.